Anthem Blue Cross and Common Threads are helping schools across the country learn about healthier food preparation. And here in LA, they're joined by the Sparks and will provide education, recipes, and knowledge to students and families about healthier options. Learn more at anthem.com/ca/sparks. Anthem Blue Cross is the trade name of Blue Cross of California.
O ancestors, blacker than 1,000 midnights, African ancestors, it is to you that we, your children, give respect and honor. O ancestors, we call upon you and welcome you in this place. African ancestors, let your presence fill this place. O ancestors who have been purposely excluded from the history books so that the world may not know of your greatness. Our African ancestors who gave civilization to the world. Our African ancestors who gave the arts to the world. Our African ancestors who gave literature to the world. Our African ancestors who gave philosophy to the world. Our African ancestors who gave mathematics to the world. Our African ancestors who gave literature to the world. Our African ancestors who gave philosophy to the world. Our African ancestors who gave medicine to the world. Our African ancestors who gave God consciousness to the world. O ancestors, we thank you for devoting your life to make a future for us, your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Now stand with us, strengthen us, guide us, teach us, and protect us from the snare of our enemies. Rise up, O African ancestors, and live in us, and we will not fail to honor you. We will not fail to respect you. We will not fail to hear you, and we will not betray you. Ashe. Peace. Give thanks and praises for another installment of Mental Salvation Radio. I'm your host, Enoch 7 Prophet, and today's date is Saturday, January the 9th, 2021. And it looks like a sunny, clear, but crisp and cold day outside. Thank you for tuning in to podcast number 22, season 3. We want to thank everybody for downloading, uploading, sharing, resharing, talking, tweeting, and sharing, once again, sharing this podcast. So we've been doing this since last year, and that's why we are on season 3 of Mental Salvation Radio podcast. And big up to Wow You Radio platform for allowing us to stream live here on Wow You Radio. So that's www.wowuradio.net/shows, where you can find all of the new, latest, the greatest podcasts that Mental Salvation Radio is a part of, this particular platform called Wow You Radio. So we thank you so much for allowing us to be on this platform to share my thoughts and to play uplifting music and things of that nature. We also are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. We are on several of the streaming platforms that will cater to our podcast, and we definitely appreciate all of the platforms that we are currently on right now. So let me tell you about the platforms that we are currently on right now, then we'll get into some great topic and music and things of that nature. So we are on Spotify, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Wow You Radio, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. Podcast is another application that we're on, and we're also on Castbox. That's what it is. Castbox. We're also on that, and we are also on Podcast Addict. So tune into any of those particular streaming ones, and you will find Mental Salvation Radio on there as well. What else is going on before we get into what our topic shall be? I don't even know what the topic will be today, but we were going to just play some music and see what happens, Captain. And also during this part of our broadcast, we will also be giving out some shout outs and good news. So y'all stay focused with that. We'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio. www.wowuradio.net/shows. Mental Salvation Radio, we are back. Thank you once again for allowing us to be in your eardrum and creating some space in your mind for us. We definitely appreciate that. So real quick. So, I am nominated for a Whammy Award, which is basically, the award categories are dedicated more to the best hip hop album or the best artist or things of that nature that consist of great music. And there's a lot of categories in it, from jazz to funk to hip hop to acoustics to R&B and things of that nature. So I definitely would love for my listeners to go to www.whammiesdc.com. You can also go to whammiesdc.awardsplatform.com and type in my name. You'll type in Enoch 7 Prophet. And then that will take you to another category, which you will see all the albums that's up for nomination for 2021. And then you'll see me as Artist of the Year and things of that nature. So go there, please vote. I definitely appreciate that. Would definitely appreciate that. Totally. All right, so what's the good news? The good news is that you are here, that you are alive, that you're able to see 9 days into 2021. And 2020 was hell for some folks. 2020 was good for some folks. 2020 was dope for some folks. So while it was great, had some good, some highs, some bad, some lows, you are still here to actually see the 9th day of 2021. And boy, it has been a fiasco 2021 thus far already. But wherever you are in the world, on the planet, I hope you are safe and well. So that's the good news. You know, there's so many things to be thankful for if you still have a job. There's so many things to be thankful for if you don't have a job, but working on that newfound entrepreneurial spirit that you've been having for a while, and you're able to tap into that greatness. Speaking of entrepreneurs, every Sunday I do something called Salvation Sunday, where I speak to the Black entrepreneurial woman in her greatness when it comes to being a chef, photographer, videographer, a dancer, a yoga instructor, a mom, a single mom, a police officer, a activist, a judge, a community leader, a nail tech, a hairstylist, anything that is part of the culture which we are a part of. We definitely talk to those Black women, because Black women do have a story to tell, and most of the time it's not getting told by them, it's always getting told by someone else. Will kind of distort the story, but we always are going to the source of the story. And we definitely would love to hear from all Black women from all walks of life, from all aspects of the culture, from all concepts of thinking from the culture, to get involved with Salvation Sundays, because we want to hear your story and we want your story to be told. We just recently spoke with L Boogie, who, not the L Boogie, if you're like listening, like, you talking about, you talk to L Boogie from the Fugees? Nah, Slam. We talked to L Boogie, who is Lanisha. We talked to Lanisha, and she brought it to our attention right there live on the show. First time speaking about her having cancer, and we talked about that, and it was a great conversation, and a lot of people were very attentive to that, because they didn't know that Lanisha L Boogie was going through chemo. Didn't know that she was going through this particular part of her journey in life, and she wanted to basically tell the world right there on our show for the first time. I was privy enough to always get these emails from L Boogie. I've been knowing L Boogie for quite some time, and getting these secret emails from L Boogie that she strategically just told a couple of her good close friends, and told us not to, share this on social media until it was time. But we were so, and doing that, you're putting your trust in those those friends of yours to not tell your story before you tell your story. So that's why we did Mental Salvation Radio, because we want people to tell their own story before someone else tells it. And if those who have told the Black woman's entrepreneurial spirit story, we want you to come on to correct that story, or shed more light on that story with newfound information. So it's more like a conversation. It's not necessarily an interview session that I sit down and have all these damn questions and I'm asking you, and you're being robotic about it. It's a conversation that I'm having right now. It's a conversation that gets to the entrepreneurial spirit and why that spirit chose you. Also we'll be talking to a young entrepreneur. She is 11, and we'll be talking to Lyric. And please tune in for that, because that's going to be one of our first, the youngest guests that we've had thus far. We'll have thus far on Salvation Sundays. So tune into Salvation Sundays, where you can chime in live. We'll be live on Instagram, live on Instagram. So that's Mental Salvation Radio. on Instagram. And also you can just tap into the past conversations that we have had with some of our illustrious, you like that word, don't you? Illustrious guest on Mental Salvation Radio. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Chakra music.
I would never in August allow you to out-Cena my Jada Pickett when Will Smith is standing there. It's like poking a grizzly bear when they're eating. Soon enough, will I bite your head off? Pause. Laws of attraction was speaking out of turn. Drive and crash, dummy, you will learn. Start a fire, you get burnt out like a crackhead. Walking down the streets in the 80s, looking for anything that glitters. Hot summer, long winters. Do you remember the time MJ hit the game winner? Last Dance, find your show there. Get your freak on, Missy and Elliott. Slow grinding like a coffee maker. Brown sugar, I got my D'Angelo on, working my voodoo child. So how does it feel? I'm the black messiah when we stone Angie. I would never in August allow you to out-Cena my Jada Pickett when Will Smith is standing there. It's like poking a grizzly bear when they're eating. Soon enough, will it bite your head off? Pause. Laws of attraction.
Mental Salvation Radio, we are back. This is podcast number 22. This is podcast number 22. And today's date is January the 9th. January the 9th, podcast number 22 here on Mental Salvation Radio. Also, big up to Wow You Radio. That's radio.net. Big up to everybody who is on Instagram right now. Big up to Miss L Boogie, because we just finished talking about you. Big up to Kiki One. Big up to When Kiki Speaks, also on Instagram. So if what we're doing now, I'm also talking to my Instagram family now on Instagram. So you can come on over to www.wowuradio.net, hit a live show, hit a live stream, because what we decided to do is just dedicate Instagram to celebrating Black women entrepreneurial spirit. That's what we're going to do. That's what we've decided to do. We had a big meeting about that the other day, and we decided to just make our Instagram page a dedicational celebration page for the entrepreneurial woman and the Black spirit of that entrepreneurial woman. And that's what we decided to do. And Mental Salvation Radio, when we come on every Saturday.
New on Curiosity Stream. How do you connect a 16th century potato to limitless energy production? Could Napoleon's toothpick have a direct link to a machine that predicts the future? And how can a 1700s conch shell chart a course to humans connecting their brains to the internet? James Burke's visionary series Connections returns for a new generation. Experience all new Connections with monthly, annual, and bundled plans. Find the one that works for you at curiositystream.com.
Anthem Blue Cross and Common Threads are helping schools across the country learn about healthier food preparation. And here in LA, they're joined by the Sparks and will provide education, recipes, and knowledge to students and families about healthier options. Learn more at anthem.com/ca/sparks. Anthem Blue Cross is the trade name of Blue Cross of California.
12 p.m. We want to just have some uplifting stories, or I can just talk my shit, basically. So today's topic, I don't have a topic, but while music was playing and you were drinking your water and getting your coffee and starting your day, I think too much power is the topic. Too much power. What do you mean by that, Enoch? Too much power. I mean that there's too much power that people think they have it, and they really don't have power. You know, they will emulate those who have power, thinking that, wow, if they have that much power, then I have power too. No, that's not going to work, all right? I wrote a song called Too Much Power. A white boy got bullied in high school, then turned police. You got too much power. Like groping females during office hours at the water cooler. You've got too much power. And it seems to me that while the activity was going on in Washington, D.C., and people were storming the Capitol, we know that a lot of podcasts are probably talking about this, and this is the topic of discussion on everybody's table and mind of why would they do that? Why would they say we're doing this for the cause? We're doing this because, you know, we want America great again. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that Ronald Reagan said during his campaigning is that make America great. And what aspects did Ronald Reagan was speaking about make America great? Well, too much power will make America great. In a good way, maybe in a bad way. But it's all, and as when Key Speaks she said it's by design. It's all by design, yes. It's all by design. It's all a script. It is all something that was planned before you and I probably were born. It's something probably that was planned while you and I were being born. Probably something that was planned way before people thought of thinking of doing what they tried to do the other day. Right? So I used to hear my grandmother say that, you know, I'm going to do something that the devil don't do. And I said, what's that, Grandma? She said, I am about to go to sleep. Because it seems to me that the devil is always working. He's always plotting. He's always trying to figure out other ways and other terms to become a god, to be a god. And the devil is a god. He's just a lesser being of a god. Because as I was told, and as there are literature, whether you're reading the Bible, the Quran, spiritual readings and things of that nature, we understand and understood that, you know, the devil wants to be where God is. The devil wants to be among the gods because he or she cannot stir up devil ideas and concepts among other devils, because when you're dealing with devils among devils, you know me, you can't stir up no shit. So you have to come among the gods and to cloak yourself as one of the gods to stir up craziness. Now, I said all that to say that people claim they have power, but they don't. You got too much power. When I wrote the song, Too Much Power, it was basically not to put someone on a pedestal. But if you listen to the lyrics of which I said you got too much power, it's like a white boy getting bullied in high school then turned police. And when he became a police officer, he thought he had power, because when he was getting bullied in high school, he couldn't do nothing about it. Now he has a badge and a gun and law on his side. He decided to say, look, I'm going to bully everybody who thinks they're somebody, trying to please everybody, but I'm going to bully him. And then as the song goes in to it more, it's like too much power. Like groping females at the water cooler. You know, during office hours. You know, we knew that 4/5 said that he grabbed them by the kitty cat, or grab them by the box, or grab them by their private parts. See, now he could probably do that because of his power. The regular degular Billy, Bob, Michael, or even Kevin, because you know Kevin can be like a black name or a white name, right? Or Kevin or Sean cannot just grab someone by their private parts at the water cooler. You don't have no power to do that. And here's why. Once you do that, the person's punani that you done grabbed at the water cooler is about to get you fired. And I said that in the rhyme. I said, by the water cooler, you've got too much power. Now she gonna snitch. Now the government promoting rape culture with your so-called power. Now we know that the government was promoting rape culture during the time because everybody was kind of like getting off. Not kind of, but they were actually getting off of doing rape activity. You know, using children as bait. Or speaking of that, having too much power. Speaking of that, the Netflix. I'm gonna go to commercial, and when I come back, I'm gonna talk about that particular Netflix. I think it was a season about the little girls dancing in that. But we'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio. So y'all stay focused, man.
Don't stop, baby. Don't stop it. 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 Sell me dreams, tell me things, all that amazing shit. Love on top when we rock, not for these other bitches. Even if it's for a minute, I don't give a damn because you know I'm with it. All your lies give me life, I gotta like it here. Crazy cause I know the truth, but I still want you near. You don't even know I know it. You don't even know I know when that you hoeing. Don't stop, baby. Don't stop it. 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 Don't stop, baby.
It's important to properly dispose of unwanted medication or sharps. MedProject offers free and convenient disposal options near you. To learn more, call 844-MED-PROJECT or visit medproject.org.
Don't stop it. Don't stop, baby. Don't stop it. You make it easy, how you please me, keep me smiling, babe. No matter what you do to me, it always drives me crazy. The way you look me in my eyes. You don't even blink when you're telling lies. Got another situation on the other side, and you don't even think I know because I let it slide. The truth is that I really love you, but I can't accept the substitute for others. Don't stop, baby. Don't stop it. 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 Don't stop, baby. Don't stop it.
Mental Salvation Radio. We are back. Podcast number 22. And today's topic is too much power. I am on Instagram live right now. Mental Salvation Radio Instagram live right now. And I am speaking to some people in our chat. And basically, I asked, what do you think about the show? You know, what's your ideas of the show? And how do you feel about the topic, too much power? And when Key speaks, she says, I think the topic is irrelevant, but needs to dive a bit deeper. She also says, talk about how it affects our community and what we can do. And also she's juicing at the same time. So she's listening to the show and she's getting her health on, which is dope. So, and I'm going to definitely do that. The topic is too much power. And her question was, how does it affect our community? She wants me to dive deeper into it. So before we went into commercial break or recess, at the top of the hour, we've heard some instrumentals by DJ King C. And that particular thing to be a song or instrumental that we played at the top of the hour is called Chic, followed by D'Angelo, written by Enoch Prophet. And you just heard La La Land by Lonnie, aka Breezy Malone. Thank y'all so much. So, before we went to recess, short recess, I was talking about too much power and Netflix having this particular movie called Cuties. It's about a child dancer, and it's worse than you could imagine. So having too much power will allow that person to create all type of images, any and everything, to showcase how much power they so-called have, right? And Cuties was supposed to be a movie based around child dancers or child prodigies or child entrepreneurs, right? The spirit of the entrepreneurial spirit. But it came out to be little more than a soft porn, and it showcased how they strategically showcased little girls, leotards, doing all type of dancing and soft pornographic things that Netflix thought they had the power to showcase, right? So I pulled up this article, and it is talking about, I'm going to read like the first couple of lines of this particular article, and it says, Cuties, the award-winning French film. Now it's produced by some Frenchmen, and you know that sometimes they could be weird. Featuring young teen dancers, was released Wednesday on Netflix and is receiving another round of backlash from viewers for its depiction of children in sexual situations. Too much power. The film, which is directed by French movie maker Momouna Decour, hopefully I'm saying that right, centers around Amy, the 11-year-old, joining young underage female dancers in a group named the Cuties at school, and rapidly grows aware of her femininity, upsetting her mother and her values in the process, according to the film's depiction. Too much power. How did we get here? How do we showcase our children and allow them to get pimped, allow them to get whored, allow them to get paraded so the world can see them sexually, so the world can view them as sexual entities? And too much power. Too much power. Also, with being too much power, What I mean by too much power is that now Netflix is the biggest movie platform, right along with Disney, right along with Hulu, right along with what we've been watching for the past, 6 or 7 months since we've been on lockdown or locked in or shut up, wearing our mask in and outside. This displays too much power. Then on the other end of that too much power, Dave Chappelle showed how powerful he was to get Netflix to stop streaming the Dave Chappelle show, because Dave Chappelle wasn't getting paid for the streams. HBO was trying to pimp and rape Dave Chappelle within that too much power aspect. When then Dave Chappelle came to his boss, which is us, he told us, stop watching it. I think everybody stopped watching it because we love Dave Chappelle. I think everyone stopped watching it. We boycotted Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle asked us to. He showed his possibilities. He showed his endurance of too much power. Let me go back to Mental Salvation Radio's IG. And when Key speaks, she says, the fact that they were able to pitch the movie to Netflix and get it showed to the masses is too much power. We are talking about French people, Europeans. We're talking about that aspect of the Hollywood movie industry that is so much too much power going on. They don't understand of how much power they understand how much power they have because it's broadcasters throughout the world, right? It just shows you and Key continues to speak, and she says it shows who is in control and how we must build our own. Now, when we talk about too much power and building our own, what are we building our own on? What are we building our own with? Because as I was talking to Breezy not too long ago, we were discussing about working for the white man, and point in case, let me tell this story. So during the moments of the riots and during the moments of too much power, quote unquote, climbing the walls and storming the Capitol and bringing all their ruckus to the belly of the beast. DC is the belly of the beast. That's where everything is created. Laws are passed. They say boom, 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 boom. So DC is the belly of the.
A change of seasons means adventures in rain, shine, mist, or snow, or all of the above on the same day. This season, prepare for every season with the Allbirds Mizzle collection. With all-condition traction and materials and features to keep you comfy and dry no matter what, you'll be ready for anything. Go to allbirds.com and use code FRESHSOCKS for a free pair of socks with your purchase. ALLBIRDS.com, code FRESHSOCKS. This is the summer to expand your horizons. It's time to explore. But before you set foot out the door, set foot in the ultimate lightweight, super packable travel shoes from Allbirds. Find your perfect pair at allbirds.com. That's ALLBIRDS.com.
Beast. So when the spirit of the devils came into the belly of the beast, we kind of knew what was yet to spark off, right? So during that process, some people couldn't get, some people wanted to go home. Some people didn't want to be working at their jobs because they were black. The power, the too much power of the skin was not of their complexion for the protection, as Paul Mooney would say, and this young lady wanted to go home. She called her boss. She said, look, I don't want to be down here no more because my safety I fear for my safety. There's no lock on the door. This whole door here is glass. Too much power. They didn't care. They didn't care. Her boss didn't care. Too much power. Come to find out, it was a black-owned company that she worked for. Too much power. Too much power, right? So we were talking, and I said, look, no matter if we build our own, that's what we should be doing. fair or indiffer. Everyone needs their job. Everyone wants to keep their job. But at what extent do you want to keep and hold your job from someone who is showing too much power? And what can be done in that process? So she quit. Now, was she wrong of quitting? No, because now she's displaying her power and how much they needed each other within that case, right? So when I come back, we're going to definitely talk more about that, because the too much power thing is running rampantly here in what they call Make America Great Again. We'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio. www.wowradio.net/shows. Mental Salvation Radio. Mental Salvation Radio. We are back, and that particular instrumental, we're naming that Tender Love, and that was produced by DJ King C, who produced all of the records and the projects that we've been putting out thus far off of Chakra Music, which is the label. So we're right back again when we're talking about too much power. And the question when we was on recess, I asked the live and in the chat was how do we get that power back? I mean, really, how do we get that power back when someone has too much power? Now, someone having too much power individually, someone having too much power in a group, someone having too much power. There's levels to this too much power thing. There's levels to this. And a lot of people are dealing with the top level of too much power. Well, damn, you don't have enough money to be up there. Like with everything that people want, you don't have enough. You don't have a machine. We don't have a machine behind us to do the extreme things we want to do to get rid of someone who has too much power. People would say vote, to get rid of someone who has too much power. Or people would say boycott for someone who has too much power. Some people would say ignore them, because if you ignore a monkey, he will stop being a monkey, right? If you ignore the monkey, then you will stop being a monkey, right? So with that being said, in the process of elimination, let's think about that. We'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio.
In the sun, in the sun, in the sun, in the star, in the sun, in the sun. In the star, 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 in the star.
Mental Salvation Radio, podcast number 22, January the 9th, 2021. And big up to everybody who is listening. We are talking about too much power. How do we take power back from those who claim they have power? How do we do that constructively? How do we do that without killing our own selves in the process? And taking that power back. You are listening to Donnie and the Stars, produced by DJ King C, Mental Salvation Radio. And we are back, Mental Salvation Radio. So how do you take that power back? How do you be mindful in taking that power back? And once again, I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat today. I am definitely all the way live on Mental Salvation Radio, iTunes, IG, not iTunes, but you can listen to us on the podcast on iTunes. She said, build our own property, film industry, book, banks, etc. Most importantly, community. Just do it. That's how we take it back. This here, what you are doing, bringing consciousness to the people, is a start. Yeah, so, I'm just thinking about everything she said is definitely correct. We just gotta do it. How do we do it? We start small and we roll big. Some people are thinking big but don't have a concept, or don't have a plan, or don't have a treatment, don't have, they just going out here freestyling, and you cannot just freestyle a revolution. That doesn't happen. You can't freestyle a revolution. Doesn't happen. You have to strategically plan these things and consciously wake up those who need awakening. And as she said, she's definitely right. When we just talked about Cuties on Netflix, we just talked about Dave Chappelle showing his power, taking his powerful stance. He also said during that moment of asking us to boycott him, he told a story, embracing the story and saying that when he was a young comedian, someone took his joke. Actually, he allowed this comedian to borrow his joke. You know what I mean? And one time Dave was like, yo, can I get that joke back? And the dude was like, I'll pay you $50 for it. And Dave was like, nah, I need that joke. I'm trying to build up my credentials. I'm trying to build up my name. I'm trying to build my power up so I can do what I need to do for my family in a righteous way, in so many words. So the dude said, well, he stood up, bigger than Dave, big dude. I wish I know who this guy was that he was talking about, or he would have told us. He stood up over Dave and said, what if I just take it? Very powerful statement. What if I just take it? Right? So during the end of Dave's pleading us to stop watching the Dave Chappelle show on Netflix and HBO, he said, well, if they don't listen and if they don't want to heed to my message, what if I just take it? Too much power. Too much power that's being used inappropriately. You know, for those so-called Americans who were scaling the Capitol to get inside the rotunda. Too much power. They have fake power because, let me not say that, because I believe that all of that was planned. You know what I mean? The Capitol is always secured. I live in DC. The Capitol is always secured. There's always snipers on the rooftop. There's always a sense of too much power around the landscapes of Washington, D.C., the belly of the beast. There's always too much power there. And now you don't showcase your power when it's the appropriate times too. You know what I mean? But if it was Ray Ray or Lil Man or like I said, Ray Ray, Lil Man, or you know what I'm saying, or my cousin down the street that did that, they would have wiped it out. They would have wiped him out. Now let's go back to when the young lady who drove up to DC from another country, from another state, black woman. She had made a wrong turn at the Capitol. She had busted a U-turn to come back out. The Capitol Police chased her down and shot her car up. This was maybe like a year and a half or so ago. One woman in the car, and I believe she made a wrong turn and words were exchanged. They chased her down. They shot the car up. She dead, type of thing. But Peter is welcomed into the rotunda. Peter and his friends are crashing the rotunda. Peter and his friends, along with Susie and Kate, and they are pushing an agenda, showing how much they think they have power. And we all watch the Too Much Power on CNN and all our news outlets, and across the world, people were like, damn, America is wilding out. Well, they were wilding out. DC was on lock. Understand that it's kind of like a one-way in DC. And you know what I'm saying? That DC is a square. I'm sorry. DC is like a circular city. So how do we take back our power, damn it? Enoch, how do we take back our power? Well, we take back our power spreading information that's needed. We take back our power by, when we get on the mic, when we're talking to people, we snatch that power back. If it's incorrect, you take it back. If you know something that's powerful enough to make someone else powerful in that aspect of them building their own, whether it's in the movie industry, the music industry, the fashion industry, and you know that the music industry and the fashion industry and the movie industry is ran by a couple of powerful people, and you're in that aspect and you're the spook who's set by the door gaining all this information, you bring it back into your neighborhoods and you build up your neighborhoods. So, you know, big up to those who have done that and bringing the neighborhood friends and the neighborhood artists and the community artists back into the fold of gaining their power. All right. So during the past couple of days, starting on, what was that, Wednesday? It was like people were displaying too much power. You know, showing that they had too much power. But at the end of the day, they have no power. You know why? Because some of those people have been arrested. Some of those people have been flagged. Some of those phones have been pinged to understand where they're at and where they're going. It's so stupid that you claim that you are the superior and that you are fighting for righteousness and you're fighting for America.
Why don't more infant formula companies use organic, grass-fed whole milk instead of skim? Why don't more infant formula companies use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more infant formula companies run their own clinical trials? Why don't more infant formula companies use more of the proteins found in breast milk? Why don't more infant formula companies have their own factories instead of outsourcing their manufacturing? We wondered the same thing. So we made ByHeart, an infant formula company on a mission to get a lot closer to the most superfood on the planet, breast milk. Our patented protein blend has more of the important and most abundant proteins actually found in breast milk. We're the first and only U.S.-made formula to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, not skim. We even conducted the largest clinical trial by a new infant formula company in a quarter century, with clinically proven benefits like easier digestion, less spit up, and softer poops versus a leading infant formula. And we make our own formula in the USA and our very own factories in Iowa, Oregon, and Pennsylvania. ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
This greatness that you go to a protest with your phone. Within that protest, you started to vandalizing things using your phone. Using your phone. And you're taking videos. You're doing photo ops. Everybody wants a photo op doing something they ain't got no business doing. You want to take a photo of it. Knowing damn well, Peter, tomorrow you got to go to your government job. Know damn well, Peter, that you are a FedEx driver. Know damn well, Peter, that you are a Toyota car salesman. Knowing damn well, Peter, that you work for Burger King. And now your face has been recognized because we are living in a Big Brother world. Your face is recognized. I saw that someone thought they had too much power. He had his damn name badge on. And they zoomed in and saw his name and contacted where he was working, and now he's fired. Was this staged? I think that those particular officers who were bullied in high school were part of that whole "I'm gonna let you in." I saw one guy running away. I would have ran away too. If I ain't had no gun, I'm running too, son. It's too many of y'all. It's too many of y'all in this joint. So have at it. Having too much power. You're sitting in Nancy Pelosi's seat. Having too much power. You're sitting in the chair in which laws are made. Having too much power, you storm someone's office and you're in unrestricted areas. You're in restricted areas, showing your too much power. And then when you arrive at the damn airport, your power has been falsely made up because you thinking you could do it because your homeboy said, let's storm the Capitol. He could say that for right now. He could say that. But all that is a setup. And I think for us as black people, we need to take our power back no matter what it is. By any means necessary, take your power back. How do you do that, Enoch? You start off small. If you're a videographer and you're shooting videos, if you're a director and you're making short films, create a dialogue within that short film that you are portraying the black man and the black woman as righteous beings, or you're portraying the black man and black woman as doing something other than shooting each other, whoring, raping, selling dope, selling crack, which all that is a part of life, but show some morals in that. Show something in a great light that will apply to us. Too much power. Being a musician or a singer-songwriter and you're still rhyming about smoking weed all the time. You still are yappity 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 yap, and you're not trying to get your power back or give power to your people. We'll be right back. Mental Salvation Radio.
Chakra music.
You got too much power. A white boy got bullied in high school and turned police. You got too much power, like roping females, doing office hours by the water cooler. You got too much power. She gon' snitch. Now the government promoting rape culture with your so-called power.
Chakra music.
My lyrics pop off like an automatic, held by a white boy in a trench coat in Cincinnati. He'll shoot ya cause he's a born loser. Cops second think make America great again. The proof is in the pudding, ask Cosby. You couldn't hardly see me on my worst day. Blindfolded, bird box, little rail, all hail the emperor. Bow down to greatness when you enter the chamber. Wu-Tang, protect your neck, keep your heads high. You got too much power. A white boy got bullied in high school and turned police. You got too much power, like roping females, doing office hours by the water cooler. You got too much power. She gon' snitch. Now the government promoting rape culture with your so-called power.
Chakra music.
So we talking about the perfect time, right? Michael Jackson said, now is the perfect time. So what better time to let it all go but the perfect time, right? Explain your hurt. Tell people what you're going through. Speak on today and how it affects you and how you deal or deal not with it. You know what I'm saying? What better time than now? We about to show you.
I should've put your soul first. You soul search, anti-gravity, unfollow my old earth. Partially wrong, cautiously harmless, exchange blows like on a birthday fondant. Arguments, rapture, capture, inner sonnets. Text messages is your medicine. Be honest, you are my addiction. I promise not to wander. Time is where the fun is, and the smaller your back is where the gun is. You got my back, know where the front is. Never gotta act to capture where the sun is. We can make right what they don't like. We hunters. Noise canceling is the anthem. It's a sample. I ain't tampering. I'm just speaking to the antonyms. Bolo cooking up in these beats like my antonym. And I strive to make it vibe for your peace of mind. Just know when half of me is gone, you got a peace of mind.
Make it right, get the city right now.
We just talking about time, y'all. I know one thing. What is the perfect time? This shit right here? Let's go.
You got my back, know where the front
And
is.
I'm about to field goal, so you know what the pun is. The beat amuses me, so you know what my fun is. I'm second on this track, so you know who number one is. Acts, making the craft work and track work. I'm thinking back and backwards. Lotus and black work, had to work and fast forward with William. I mean the bills over 20 years on. I got goosebumps and chill, but it's the perfect time and perfect rhyme. Everything they drop is them, so it's the perfect shine. We lost Kobe, crashing into the hillside. But I'm champagne wishing, Lord, it's been an ill ride. My will slide, but my ambition home runs. I'm still militant, so my ammunition knows guns. I'm killing it, mask off, supernatural blast off. Take yourself a seat, cause I'm showing my ass off. Cold and last call, but I'm sick with it. This is rap music mature when you stick with it.
We can make it right.
Mental Salvation Radio, we are back, and we want to close out the show with a few added thoughts. Number one, how do we take our power back when someone has too much power? You create what you've already been creating musically, visually, audio, and things of that nature. You take your power back by displaying how much power you have and being consistent within that power. You know, if you're an activist, if you are a publicist, if you are a pastor or minister, if you are speaking to the people on a platform, you want to be able to give the people power. You want to be able to showcase your power to ignite someone else's power. So when someone has too much power, you want to analyze their power. You know, we've been analyzing 4/5 power. Some say he's stupid. Some say he's not smart. Some say he's an ass. Some say he's the devil. Some say he is a jerk. Some call him more evil names than I can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so. But also, I've said from the beginning that he doesn't care from day one. He will kamikaze the entire planet just to be in the history books. Once your child is in middle school, high school, college, they were going to talk about yesterday. They're going to talk about the last 4 years of the presidency. That will be the conversation on the tips of their tongues of the teachers that will be in the history books. So it's us as parents, guardians, adults, grandparents, activists who have lived through the Reagan era, who have lived almost through the Trump administration era, and embarking on another era. We have to tell the truth. We have to tell the story. We have to take photos. We have to take video. We have to screenshot things. We have to save. We have to share rightful, powerful information. Here's another thing with too much power. They wanted to stop the count. No, they want to continue the count. They didn't want Kamala Harris to be the first black female president, vice president. Because if something happens to Biden, we will have our first woman, black president. That showcased too much power for the black woman. That would showcase too much power for us to see someone who looks like us, maybe not have the same thoughts and concepts as each individual black person on the planet, but it shows too much power. And the devils don't want God to have power, where God is greater than the devil. We are greater than those oppositions. We are greater than the obstacles in which we have been faced with. So showcasing our power, let's do that. Too much power. Like a white boy getting bullied in high school and turned police. Too much power. Like groping females doing office hours by the water cooler. You've got too much power. She gonna snitch. Now the government promoting rape culture with your so-called power. My lyrics bust off like an automatic. Held by a white boy in a trench coat in Cincinnati. He'll shoot you cause he's a born loser. Cops second think, make America great again. The proof is in the pudding, ask Cosby. You couldn't hardly see me on my worst day blindfolded, Bird Box. Little Rail, all hail the emperor. Bow down to greatness when you enter the chamber. Wu-Tang, protect your neck, keep your hands high. You've got too much power. Mental Salvation Radio. I'm your host, Enoch Prophet. Thank you for tuning in with us. And we'll definitely will be back next Saturday, same time, same station. And as I always say, no matter how cloudy it gets, the sun will always shine. The sun will always shine. No matter what is going on, the sun will always shine. No matter how rainy it appears, the sun will always shine. And we want to always display our power, our black power, our personality power. We always want to showcase our love power. We always want to showcase our knowledge power. We always want to showcase our kindness power. We always want to showcase us, because that's the best way and the only way, I think, that we can take back so-called power from those who snatch power from us. We always want to do that. Big up to King C and his production, showcasing his production today. This particular instrumental is called I'll Be Sure. And I'll be sure to keep my power. I will be sure to extend my power to others so those can have the same power as we. That's how we build our communities. That's how we build our own. We have to build our own self up first. Can't wait for nobody else to do that. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Get together with those like-minded people as yourself. Tune in on tomorrow, 11 a.m. on Mental Salvation Radio Instagram. Mental Salvation Radio Instagram. Tune into that. We'll be talking to no other than Carib Jim. That was tomorrow. That's Sunday the 10th. We'll be talking to Carib Jim of Wow Radio. And boy, that's going to be a great conversation. So if anybody wants to be a part of the conversations that we do have on Mental Salvation Radio, Salvation Sundays, DM us, hit us up. Go to our Instagram page, hit us up. We'll send you a link that you can book your day. All right, so you can book your day. We're just gonna leave you off with "Be Free" by Breezy Malone, and we will definitely see you guys on next next Saturday. Bless up, give thanks, Rastafari.
No one could buy you. You got that thing that vibes who I insecure would hide from. You got your beat, your drum too. They tried to steal your sunshine away, baby, but your light, it shines all day, baby. And when the world gets dark and the waters wave, the strength within keeps you above, baby. God bless and no stress, 'cause you still win. Stay up to the dawn, you'll see the sun again. Light it up and have fun until the end. Release all the tension from your mind. Be free, be free. Release the stresses from your mind. Be free, be free. Just live your life for one time. Be free, be free. No one can do it but you. Be free, be free. Do everything that you want. Keep all your energy good, and you will never have to tell all the ones around you. Just let the love surround you. Yeah, hey. They tried to steal your sunshine away, baby, but your light, it shines all day, baby. And when the world gets dark and the waters wave, the strength within keeps you above, baby. God bless and no stress, 'cause you still win. Stay up to the dawn, you'll see the sun again. Light it up and have fun until the end. Release all the tension from your mind. Be free, be free. Release the stresses from your mind. Be free, be free. Just live your life for one time. Be free, be free.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great, but with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.